Ramanuja's decision to take up sannyasa. One day, a Sri Vaishnava asked for food, and Ramanuja's wife said there was nothing to offer. Ramanuja went inside and found the food hidden. He was angry at his wife and offered the food to the hungry man. In another incident, there was an altercation and arguments between Ramanuja's wife and the wife of Periyanambi over the purity of water in their pots. Periyanambi observed this and started to Srirangam immediately with his wife, blaming her for the unpleasant incident. After return to his residence, Ramanuja came to know about it and decided to take up sannyasa after sending his wife with his wealth to her parents' abode. He went to the shrine of Lord Varadaraja and prayed, "O Lord Varada, granter of boons, grant me the liberation from samsara and invest me with all the insignia of the Sri Vaishnava ascetic, that is, the triple staff, Tridandam, and the saffron robe." Lord Varadaraja was pleased, bestowed the aspired things to Ramanuja and named him Ramanuja Muni. Kuresha, who was elder to Ramanuja in age, and Dasharati, Ramanuja's sister's son, were rejoiced to hear this and became his disciples. Later, at his mother's instance, Yadava Prakasha also became Ramanuja's disciple. Guru became Sishya. Ramanuja accepted him in his holy band, made all rituals of initiation to his faith, and named him Govinda Jiyar. After seeking the permission of Lord Varadaraja, Ramanuja left for Srirangam with his disciples. Lord Varadaraja blessed him and called him Yati Raja, the king of seers. Periyanambi and others were overjoyed and made all arrangements to receive Ramanuja with full temple honors at Srirangam. He was escorted to the sanctum sanctorum of Lord Ranganatha. Ramanuja, with full of joy, prostrated to the Lord. Lord Ranganatha was happy to receive the great reformer and conferred on him the title Udayavar, he who has been given the kingdom of God as his property. Ramanuja assumed the charge of his exalted position and restored order in the temple rituals. Even today, the daily and ceremonial services at Srirangam Ranganatha temple are performed as per the procedures instituted by Ramanuja. Ramanuja requested Periyanambi to guide him, learning what was expounded by Alavandar and to impart all the concepts of Visishtadvaita. Periyanambi exclaimed, "I was waiting for an occasion like this. There shall be no delay. You may learn these through Tirukottiur Nambi, who was an intimate disciple of Alavandar."
Thanks for the narration. All the odd depictions have been explained except some, which I will explain as part of additional 4 points that I would like to add here. Number 1, about Kuresha or Kurattalvan. Number 2, about Mudaliyandan. Number 3, about how Kanchi Varadaraja Perumal permitted Ramanuja to go to Srirangam. And number 4, about the significance of the name Udayavar. Number 1, about Kuresha or Kurattalvan. Kuresha also known as Srivatsangar, is the son of Kurattalvar, a very well-to-do Brahmin living at Kuram, very close by to Kanchipuram. Kurattalvan lost his mother at very young age. Unlike others, his father did not marry again. He directly and personally took care of bringing up Kurattalvan. Kurattalvan grew up well, learning all the Shastras, and after marriage, he was doing service to Lord's devotees by providing them food throughout the day. At the end of every day, by late night, the main big doors with bells of his house were closed. The sound of the bells were heard by Varadaraja Perumal and Perundevi Tayar. They inquired Tirukachinambi, who was doing fanning service to them at that time, about the bell sounds. Tirukachinambi told the Lord that it is the door closing bell sound of Kurattalvan's house doors. Perundevi Tayar commented, "Oh, Kurattalvan is so rich." Later, when Tirukachinambi met Kurattalvan, he told about the conversation by the Lord about the doorbells. Immediately, Kurattalvan said, "Oh, if I am having wealth which surprises even the Lord, that means I should give them away." Soon, he gave away all his wealth to others, lived like a sannyasi, and became a disciple of Sri Ramanuja. Throughout his life, Kurattalvan stood by Ramanuja and at some time even saved the life of Ramanuja. This is a brief intro about Kurattalvan. Number 2, about Mudaliyandan. Mudaliyandan is also called Dasharathi, is the nephew, sister's son of Ramanuja. Ramanuja was so attached to Mudaliyandan that at the time of taking sannyasa, Ramanuja said, "I renounce everything except Mudaliyandan." Throughout his life, Mudaliyandan stood by Ramanuja to do the works assigned in dedicated way. He was helpful to Ramanuja in many ways, including the temple management of Srirangam temple. This is very brief intro about Mudaliyandan. Number 3, about how Kanchi Varadaraja Perumal permitted Ramanuja to go to Srirangam. We know that Alavandar already nominated Ramanuja to succeed him as the head of Sri Vaishnavas at Srirangam. In order to implement that, one of the Sishyas of Alavandar, namely Tiruvaranga Perumal Arayar, went to Kanchipuram and sang the devotional songs of Alvars in Tamil before Lord Varadaraja. The Lord was so happy that he told Tiruvaranga Perumal Arayar that whatever he wants, he will grant it. Tiruvaranga Perumal Arayar rightly asked for Ramanuja to be sent permanently to Srirangam to do services to Lord Ranganatha. Realizing that he has to give up very precious Ramanuja, the Lord regretted and told, "Oh, I should have told, I will grant you anything except Ramanuja." However, the Lord was gracious enough to send Ramanuja to Srirangam to do great services to the Sampradayam later. All these are, of course, well planned by Lord himself. Who else? Number 4, the significance of the name Udayavar. We have seen that the name Udayavar was given by Lord Ranganatha. This brings out the very purpose of the birth of Ramanuja as a great guru. The word Udayavar means he who has been given the kingdom of God as his property. The idea of the Lord is that henceforth he will recognize without question those who are uplifted by Ramanuja. The arrangement has made Lord to take rest and instead Ramanuja to take over granting of moksha. This is one of the reasons that the later Acharyas regarded Ramanuja as the most important Acharya. It is said in Tamil, "Uyya ore vazhi udayavar tiruvadi." Uyya ore vazhi udayavar tiruvadi. For getting uplifted, there is only one path, and that is the holy feet of Udayavar. Let's meditate upon the lotus feet of Ramanuja and say, Srimathe Ramanujaya Namaha. Srimathe Ramanujaya Namaha. Sure, we will be blessed by Ramanuja and by the Lord. Ramanuja's story will continue in the next post. Thank you.